Do you know what your competitors are offering and how their sales process works and how their follow-up process works? If you don't, you are missing a trick. You need to mystery shop your competitors. How can you combat it? How can you compete if you don't know what they're doing? I've got an example here with StoreFirst. So StoreFirst, their business is run differently to any other self-storage business in the UK, I would say, because the makeup of their business makes it easier for them to compete. Easy. There's no VAT in this site anywhere that I'm looking at. And I don't think there's any VAT in other sites. I don't know if it's changed, or I know there was an investigation into it and it made national headlines in news. But I'm not here to get into the rights and the wrongs of how StoreFirst are set up. I'm only looking at it from my point of view, my personal battle with them, because they're in Nottingham and we're in Mansfield. So they are going to be competition in some way, shape, or form. And when I say Mansfield and Nottingham, I know it's different towns, but they're very, very close, and they come up number one for my area. The reason why the competition for me is that I know people in my area, Mansfield, will be getting quotes from them because they come up number one when you search self-storage Mansfield. And that annoys me because they're not even in Mansfield. Like, come on, Google, do your business. I come second. So in some way, shape, or form, the competition. Dave Davies says to me, don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. But nothing to worry about because they're different towns. But they're still bound to take people off me, and I'm still bound to take people off them. And regardless, we are competition for that number one spot on Google. Right. So I want to unlock what these guys are doing just to show you that why it's been so beneficial for me to look at it. Because if I didn't know what I was up against, what I was competing against, how could I compete? How could I know how to package my stuff? And overall, I've just thought, well, can't compete. It's not a race to the bottom. I do not want to go to the race to the bottom. I want to compete on different things and excel in a different way than they're excelling. They're excelling purely on price. But as I said before, they can do because of the way their tax is worked out and their pension fund and how the pension funds own individual units. I know I might be butchering it, but ultimately that's how it works with Storage First. It's very, very interesting how we've done it. And I forgot his name now, but he is very clever, very, very clever to see this. Don't want to say loophole? Nah, I don't want to say loophole just in case I get done. Right. So here's what they offered. So we got a quote back because obviously I know StoreFirst are very, very aggressive with their offering. And so I wanted to see exactly what they would do if I did a quote, not me, but my name that I use. So first of all, they do 12 weeks half price. That's a great offer. I have since seen somebody do 5 months half price. Crazy. Absolutely, you don't need to do that. It's just a race to the bottom if we start doing that. So 12 weeks half price. I think that's a really good offer. And it's an offer that we matched, first of all. Dave Davies came down to Mansfield site and he did actually say to me, Dean, do not do 12 weeks half price. I do not recommend it. It is too much. And I was like, well, other people are doing it. And so I don't think there's any right or wrong, but as long as you're aware of it, as long as you're aware of what your competition's offering, then you can either choose to match it or choose to ignore it. At least you've got the choice. If you don't know what they're offering, you don't have a choice. So that's my first 100%. I really agree with that. How you go about it. I mean, me just saying that 5 months half price is crazy. The guy who's doing it is very, very, very good in self-storage. So he must have data to back this up. And so it's just different opinions. There's no right or wrong. It's just different ways of going about things. And there might be a reason that I'm not aware of, that they've lost so many square foot or something in that. I don't know. And so, yeah, there's different reasons. But ultimately, you need to know what your competition is doing. So then you can decide what to do with it. Otherwise, you're just fighting blind. Right. Here's one thing that I cannot do. £15,000 of insurance cover included. Holy shit. £15,000 worth of insurance covered. I've just put a note here. Impressive. You've got a free security padlock. Well, my site, because we're Nokia, you don't need a security padlock. Free 24-hour access. Yep, we're doing that as well. Free storage van pickup. Have you noticed it said pickup? It doesn't say move out. free van. It says pick up. So pick up to move in. That I believe that free pickup. They've put a little note here. Free pickup is available when paying 12 weeks up front and storing in 100 square foot or above. Subject to availability, blah, 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 blah. I like that. That's good. So it's a free van, but only in certain unit sizes and only to pick up to come in, not to go out, and a minimum stay as well. Free training room and meeting rooms. Brilliant. I think that's really, really good. I don't know in Nottingham how much use you're going to get out of it, but I can see where in big metropolitan cities that you're gonna have amazing. Loads of people do that. Loads of people use it. So really, really good there. Free kitchen and breakout areas. Again, I like it. Really, really good. Don't really know what a breakout area means. I've got a breakout area in a corridor. Free breakout area. Where's the breakout area? You see the reception area right in front of the lift. There it is. There's the breakout area. No notice required to vacate. Do you know what? I really don't believe that anybody gives a shit about that. I really don't. I think it's a Trojan horse, but doesn't even work. I think it's a Trojan horse, but doesn't work for anybody. So I don't agree with that. I think there's no benefit to that whatsoever, and that will affect your bottom line. That because we don't even give refunds, and so that will affect you, and it has no impact positively for you either. So no rental deposit required. I don't think many people do rental deposits anymore. Or I could be. I don't know. I did do a mystery shop somewhere, and they did ask for a rental deposit last week, but I've not been picking up on it. People don't do that as much anymore. I don't like it. I just think it adds more layers of money people have to pay when they first move in, and it complicates things. We've tried it. I don't think it works, and our bad debt is not that big a deal anyway. So no, I don't use it. And let's have a look what else. No, yeah, that's it. So £15,000 with insurance, 50% off your first 12 weeks, free high security padlock. I think that's a good padlock's a good one. I mean, we used to make £4 or £5 off every padlock. Free 24-hour storage access, good. Free storage van pickup, free training and meeting rooms, free kitchen and breakout areas, no notice period required to vacate, and no rental deposit required. So I think this is a very, very aggressive package. And do you know what? If truth be known, I had a site, EMI, before COVID in Rochdale, and I didn't want to directly compete because they've got a massive store first. They've got a massive, massive site in Rochdale, and I didn't want to compete with them because I knew how aggressive they were with their offering. And I know that makes me a wimp, but I'm more mature now. I've grown up, and I feel like I'm a better operator. So bring it on. Let's roll up our sleeves. And yeah, it's going to be what, do you know what? I put a note here. One way or another, I'm going to learn. I am going to learn because, yeah, it's going to be interesting, whatever. They're going to be very aggressive, and I can see how they play. So I will learn from their playbook. So I put here, I'm looking forward to competing with my first store first site. It will be an experience I'm bound to learn from. But back to the original question: do you know what your competition are offering? That's better. You need to know what you're competing against. There's always something to learn from your competition. Oh, I love that. That's true. There is always something to learn from your competition. I mean, straight away, I'm thinking, right, can we do free van hire? We do free van hire in Willoughby. Can we do it in Mansfield? Is it even possible with it being a manless site? Or can we do some sort of van hire for people? £15,000 worth of content. I can't do anything about that. It'd be interesting to see what people say, and if they use that against me, if they say, can you match this offer? So it will be interesting. Anyway, so my takeaway here is, guys, do you know what your competition are doing? It is an invaluable resource if you do, because there's always something to learn. All right, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you, and I'll speak to you tomorrow morning.